Hello again, welcome back to the Telltale channel. Today we have a special bonanza of 5 of Disney's Frozen stories for you to enjoy. To start with, we have the original Frozen, followed by A New Reindeer Friend, then Anna and Elsa's Secret Playtime, and A Royal Sleepover, finally, The Frozen Monster. Be sure to pay close attention to the stories and watch them all the way to the end for the fun quizzes and fun facts. Please remember you can help the channel grow by just clicking the subscribe button. It's 100% free. The Kingdom of Arendelle was a happy place located next to a deep fjord. At night the northern lights often lit up the skies in beautiful patterns, but the king and queen lived with a secret worry. Their eldest daughter Elsa had magical powers. She could freeze things and create snow, even in summer. Their youngest daughter Anna adored her older sister. The two loved to play together in the snowy playgrounds that Elsa created. One night, Elsa's magic accidentally hit Anna. The king and queen rushed the girls to the realm of the trolls for magical help. The trolls advised that Anna would recover. They also advised that Elsa's powers would get stronger, so she should learn to control them. Back in Arendelle, Elsa struggled to stay in control of her powers at all times. She decided to stay away from Anna to keep her little sister safe. The trolls had changed Anna's memories, so she didn't remember Elsa's magic. She grew up thinking that Elsa wanted nothing to do with her. By the time Elsa was crowned queen, the sisters had grown apart. They hardly knew each other. Having grown up mostly by herself, Anna had felt lonely for a long time. So she was thrilled to meet handsome Prince Hans on the day of Elsa's coronation. Anna and Hans liked each other right away. At the coronation party, they danced and talked all night. Anna thought it was a great idea to get engaged quickly, but Elsa reacted angrily. How can you marry someone you have just met? Anna argued back, I can't live like this anymore. Then Elsa got upset, and an icy blast shot from her hand in front of everyone. Worried that her secret was exposed and afraid she would hurt someone, Elsa fled from the castle. Everything froze behind her as she ran away. Once Elsa climbed into the mountains, she calmed down. All alone, she was able to let her powers out for the first time ever. She created whirls of snow, ice, and even an ice palace. She was able to be herself, and it felt wonderful. Meanwhile, Anna realized that Elsa had been acting distant for all those years because she had had to hide her magic. Anna decided to go after Elsa. Now that her secret was out, they could be together. Anna headed up the mountain, but her horse threw her into the snow. Luckily, she was able to find shelter in a nearby shop. Inside, Anna met a young man covered in frost. He was cross because he was an ice harvester and the midsummer snowstorm was ruining his business. He also knew where the storm was coming from. That meant he could take her to Elsa. Anna hired the young man, who was called Kristoff, to take her up the North Mountain to find Elsa. His reindeer Sven came along too. As they neared the top of the mountain, the trio saw a beautiful wintry landscape. Elsa had covered everything with colorful sparkling ice. Elsa had also created a snowman who was alive. The snowman's name was Olaf, and he was excited to hear that Anna planned to bring back summer because he loved the idea of warm weather. He volunteered to take them to Elsa. As the group continued on, they found the fantastic ice palace that Elsa had created with her magic. Anna was impressed by Elsa's powers and her ice palace, but she wanted Elsa to come home. Elsa thought the people of Arendelle wouldn't accept her, and she was still afraid of hurting them. The two girls argued. Although Elsa didn't intend to hurt Anna, she hit her sister in the chest with a blast of ice. Then she created another snowman named Marshmallow, who was much bigger than Olaf. The snowman made sure that Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf left the mountain quickly. Once they were safe, Kristoff noticed that Anna's hair was turning white. Kristoff took her to the trolls to see if their magic could help. The trolls explained that Elsa's blast had hit Anna in the heart, and that soon she would freeze completely. But, they added, an act of true love will thaw a frozen heart. Olaf and Kristoff decided to hurry Anna back to Arendelle so she could get a true love's kiss from Hans. Meanwhile, back in Arendelle, Hans helped everyone during the storm. Then Anna's horse returned to Arendelle without her. Hans took a group out to find Anna, but found Elsa first. Elsa was forced to defend herself against some of the men. Finally, she was taken back to Arendelle as a prisoner. The men were convinced she was dangerous. Kristoff brought Anna to Arendelle, but Hans refused to kiss her. He didn't love her. He only wanted to rule Arendelle, but had to make sure the sisters were out of the way first. Anna was devastated. But Olaf realized that Kristoff loved Anna, so his kiss could still save her. Anna made her way towards Kristoff. Then she saw her sister in danger. She threw herself in front of Elsa just in time to block a blow from Hans's sword. At that moment, Anna transformed into solid ice. The sword shattered against her icy body. Stunned, Elsa threw her arms round Anna and cried. She didn't want to lose her sister. Suddenly, Anna began to melt. Anna's act of true love for her sister meant that the spell was broken. Then, with Anna's love and faith, Elsa managed to bring back summer. The sisters hugged and promised to love each other from then on. The people of Arendelle saw everything and they welcomed Elsa home. Kristoff decided to stay in Arendelle, and so did Olaf, with the help of a little winter cloud to keep him cool. Best of all, the sisters were back together and happy at last. The end. Fun fact. Water will freeze at 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Anytime the temperature drops below these, liquid water will begin to turn into ice. Were you paying close attention to the story? Try the fun quiz. Who did Anna meet in the shop? The answer is Kristoff. What was the giant snowman called? The answer is Marshmallow. What was Kristoff's reindeer called? The answer is Sven. Fun fact. Reindeer live in the Arctic tundra and damp forests of Greenland, Scandinavia, Russia, Alaska, and Canada. In North America, reindeer are known as caribou. Princess Anna and Queen Elsa were working hard to prepare for the royal ball. The kingdom had accepted Elsa and her magical powers wholeheartedly, and the sisters wanted to thank the people with a special celebration. "There you are, Elsa," Anna exclaimed, bounding in with a tray of crumb cake. "I haven't seen you all week." "I know, I've missed you," Elsa said. "What do you think?" Elsa asked, nodding at the decorations. "I want the people of Arendelle to know we care. This ball should be something they'll always remember." "Simply having a ball is special," said Anna. Just then Gerda entered the room and looked around. Crocus flowers would be nice for the centerpieces, the kind servant suggested. That's a lovely idea, Anna said, but the party is tonight, Elsa, and you need a break. Besides, I want to spend time with you. I'd love that too, replied Elsa, thinking quickly. So let's gather the crocuses ourselves, we'll do something useful and we'll be together. Olaf waved as the sisters ran out of the castle. Hi Anna, hi Elsa, where are you going? We're going to look for crocuses, called Anna. Ooh, that's one of my favorite flowers, Olaf shouted. Anna, Elsa and Olaf hiked into the mountains and played together all day. Maybe our party should be a costume ball, Anna said, giggling, after putting a snowy beard on Elsa's face. I almost forgot about the ball, Elsa cried. We still need to find some crocuses. As they made their way over the mountain, Anna spotted wandering Oaken's trading post and sauna. I remember this place, said Anna. I bet Oaken will have something unusual for our ball. She ran inside, pulling Elsa along behind her. Ho ho, called Oaken as the girls entered the trading post. Hello, do you have anything special for a ball? Asked Anna. My big winter blowout special is going on, Oaken exclaimed. Half-off shoes for walking on snow, or carts for sliding down mountains. Back outside, Elsa laughed as Anna pulled the cart and snowshoes behind her. We already did the winter and summer thing, remember? Anna grinned. I know, but he was so nice, how could I say no? Just then, Olaf noticed a bunch of beautiful crocuses. The girls collected flowers as Olaf happily chased a bee. All was going well until Olaf got too close to a cliff's edge. Hang on there, Olaf exclaimed Elsa, catching the snowman right before he tumbled. But Olaf didn't even notice he had been in danger. Look at that, he said, pointing to a baby reindeer stranded on a ledge. How did you get down there? Anna asked the reindeer, and how will we get you up here? Elsa thought for a moment, then she waved her hands. Suddenly a ramp of ice magically formed, sloping down to the ledge. Cool, said Olaf, now she can climb up to us. Carefully the reindeer stepped onto the ramp, but she fell right back down. The ice was too slippery. Now what? Asked Elsa. I know, said Anna. She grabbed the supplies she had gotten from Oaken and slid down to the reindeer. Hello, little one, let's get you out of here. First Anna put the snowshoes on the reindeer. I knew these would be useful, she said. Then she threw a rope up to Elsa. Pull, Anna shouted. Olaf helped too. Before long everyone was safely back at the top. Can we invite the reindeer to the ball? Asked Olaf. The ball? Anna and Elsa exclaimed together. They were going to be late. Elsa pulled Anna and Olaf onto the cart. Hold on, she said. Using her magic, Elsa created a snow slide that led all the way down the mountain. After an exciting ride, Elsa, Anna, Olaf and the reindeer landed right in the middle of the ballroom. Crocuses rained down on the guests who were delighted with the grand entrance. You did it, Anna told her sister. Nobody has ever seen a ball like this before. Elsa laughed, and best of all, we're here together. The end. Fun fact. Crocuses are among the very first flowers to bloom each spring. In cold climates, their cheery blossoms will often open when there's still snow on the ground. Were you paying close attention to the story? Try the fun quiz. Who suggested crocus flowers for the ball? The answer is Gerda the servant. What was the name of the shop where Elsa and Anna bought the snowshoes and sliding carts? The answer is Wandering Oaken's Trading Post and Sauna. What did Elsa use her magic to make in order to rescue the reindeer? The answer is an ice slope. Fun fact: the expanded molecules make ice a lot lighter than liquid water, which is why ice floats. An iceberg that weighs several tons can still float easily in the ocean, just like a piece of ice floats easily in your cup of water or soda. It was a beautiful day in the little kingdom of Arendelle, and not one but two visiting ships were anchored in the harbor. King Agnar and Queen Iduna stood proudly in the castle courtyard greeting their guests. If all went well, Arendelle would have 2 new trade partners by the end of the visit. Upstairs in the castle, Princess Elsa and Princess Anna stared in disbelief at their breakfast. "We get chocolate just because there are some fancy visitors?" Anna asked. "I suppose we could refuse to eat it," Elsa teased. "No," Anna said, chomping into her chocolate croissant. "Elsa, can we play with the magic? We're supposed to stay in our rooms and not disturb the guests," Elsa said. "Elsa, please," Anna begged. "We can hide, they won't ever see us." "Okay," Elsa agreed, "let's play, but we have to be very quiet." The sisters sneaked into the castle's grand hallway. Elsa raised her hands high into the air. Whoosh, the floor and railings were instantly covered with glistening ice. "Whee!" cried Anna, she slid across the floor. When the king and queen brought their visitors inside, Anna and Elsa quickly tiptoed away. Nobody saw them, or the last bits of melting ice. "That was a close call," Elsa whispered to her sister. "We need to be careful or we will get in trouble." "Okay," said Anna, "but can you use magic to make some ice statues, please, Elsa?" Elsa paused for just a second and created a beautiful ice statue. Then she made some more. The sisters squealed with delight. "And now we would like to show you some of Arendelle's best artwork," the king said from the hallway. Anna and Elsa looked at each other and gasped. They raced out of the art room and fled to the kitchen. The king and queen led their guests into the art room. Anna and Elsa were gone, but their ice sculptures were still in place. "I say," the Baron of Snoob exclaimed, "these statues are extraordinary, very avant-garde." His wife, the Baroness, was less impressed. In the kitchen, Elsa cut loose. She filled the room with snow, ice, and colorful snowballs. The sisters had a big fun snowball fight. "Think I can hit that pan?" Anna shouted. She tossed a snowball at it. Woohoo! The girls were having so much fun, they almost didn't hear the king and queen arriving with the royal visitors. Anna and Elsa slipped out and ran up the back staircase before anyone saw them. When the king and queen entered the kitchen, they were surprised to see all the ice, but the royal visitors thought the colorful snowballs were wonderful. "Oh my, this is just what we need on a warm summer day," exclaimed the Baron, spooning the snow into a cup. "You must try it, my dear." The Baroness stared at her icy snack. "Ah yes," the king chuckled, "ice is Arendelle's #1 trade item." "Indeed, we harvest lots of ice from the lakes up in the mountains," the queen added. There was no stopping now. Anna and Elsa ran through the rest of the castle. In the ballroom, Elsa made snowy hills for the girls to slide on, then they made beautiful snow angels. Suddenly they heard the guests approaching the ballroom. "Oh," Elsa cried, "we'd better stop." Neither wanted to get in trouble, so they raced to their rooms. "They almost saw us," Anna said, relieved. Meanwhile, down in the ballroom, the king and queen gasped when they saw the snowy hills and the Baroness slipped and landed in a pile of snow. "Oh dear," the queen said. She and the king rushed to help their guest. "Snow angels," the Baroness cried out, looking around. "I love snow angels, what a delightful surprise." "I say," the Baron said with a chuckle. "The kingdom of Arendelle stops at nothing to please its visitors." Soon everyone was enjoying the snow and ice. The king and queen couldn't have been more delighted. After the visitors had gone to their rooms for the evening, the king and queen went to check on their daughters. Both girls appeared to be sleeping soundly in Elsa's bed. But as soon as the girls were alone, their eyes popped open. "Elsa, do you want to play?" Anna asked, sitting up. "Anna, we can't, we're already going to be in a ton of trouble tomorrow," Elsa said. Anna plopped back onto her pillow and sighed. Still, it was so worth it, the girls said together. The end. Fun fact. No two snowflakes are exactly alike. Each snowflake follows a slightly different path from the sky to the ground, and therefore, encounters slightly different atmospheric conditions on the way down. Therefore, every flake tends to look unique, resembling everything from prisms and needles to the familiar lacy pattern. Were you paying close attention to the story? Try the fun quiz. What were Anna and Elsa throwing snowballs at in the kitchen? The answer is cooking pans. Who slipped and landed in a pile of snow? The answer is the Baroness. What treat did Anna and Elsa eat for breakfast? The answer is chocolate croissants. Fun fact. Croissants have long been associated with Parisian bakeries, but that's not where they originated. These delicious pastries are said to have been invented in Vienna, Austria. The tale goes that a baker created the crescent-shaped bread to celebrate the defeat of the Ottoman Empire, mirroring the crescent moon on the Turkish flag. "Elsa," Anna gently nudged her sleeping sister, "come on, wake up." Elsa shifted groggy. "Go back to bed, Anna, it's the middle of the night," she said, yawning sleepily. "I can't sleep," Anna said, flopping down on Elsa's bed. Then Anna smiled slyly to herself. She knew how to get Elsa out of bed. "Wanna have a sleepover?" she asked. This time Elsa opened her eyes and grinned. That sounded like a lot of fun. Anna went to her room to find extra pillows and blankets. Meanwhile, Elsa headed to the kitchen to get the ingredients for her famous honeycombs. After all, a sleepover wasn't a sleepover without snacks. When Elsa got back to her room, she found Anna digging through the closet. "Aha!" Anna cried, "I knew it was here." Anna held up an old worn book. Her parents had read it to the sisters every night when they were little. "Let's see, we've got books, games, and this face cream Oaken gave me the last time I went to the trading post," Anna said. She opened the cream. "It looks kinda goopy," Elsa laughed. Let's save that for later. Elsa looked around. It had been a long time since she'd had a sleepover. So what should we do first, she asked. Anna was ready. How about we build a fort like when we were kids, she suggested. Anna stacked pillows and blankets around the room, making lookouts and hidden caves. Meanwhile, Elsa created ice tunnels and snowy turrets. This is fun, Elsa said, putting the finishing touches on an icy archway. I think we should add smack. Elsa felt something soft and feathery hit her back. She turned to see a fallen pillow and a giggling Anna. Oh no, you don't, Elsa yelled, launching a snowball at her sister. Anna ducked, squealing in delight. Before long, the room was covered in snow flurries and feathers. Anna was zooming down an icy slide on the fort when there was a knock at the door. Is it daytime already? A familiar voice asked the sisters. Olaf, Anna cried. The sisters welcomed their snowman friend inside. Elsa explained that they were having a sleepover and invited Olaf to join them. A sleepover? Olaf asked, excited. Oh, I've always wanted to have one of those. He paused. What's a sleepover? We'll show you, Anna said. Come on, we were just about to play a game. Soon the friends were happily playing. Olaf was a natural at pick-up sticks. Charades proved to be a bit more challenging. Olaf twisted his body this way and that, making frantic gestures and grinning widely. The sisters didn't know what the answer could be. Finally, Elsa had an idea. Olaf, are you acting out summer? She asked. Yes, he cried. You're good at this. Elsa laughed. Maybe it's time to do something else, she said. How about a scary story? Anna went first, using her spookiest, most dramatic voice. According to legend, the hairy hooligan only comes out on nights like these, looking for his next victim. How do you know when the hairy hooligan is around? Olaf asked. He lets out a low moan, Anna answered. Woo woo woo. A sad whine echoed through the room. Wow, that's really scary, Anna, Olaf said, impressed. Huh, Anna blinked. That wasn't me. Woo woo woo. The cry sounded like it was coming from outside the castle. Elsa, Anna, and Olaf ran to the window. There was a shadowy figure walking toward them. Stay here, Elsa said, running down the hall, but Anna and Olaf followed. They couldn't let Elsa face the hairy hooligan alone. Elsa opened the castle door, and the friends peered into the darkness. Olaf held Anna's hand, bracing himself for the hairy hooligan's pointed teeth and sharp claws. But it wasn't a monster after all, it was Sven. Sven, Elsa called out. What's wrong? Anna took one look at the reindeer and guessed what was going on. You couldn't sleep, could you, Sven? She patted him on the nose. I bet Kristoff is snoring and keeping you awake, Sven nodded. You should come to our sleepover, Olaf said. Soon the group was happily settled in Elsa's room. How about another story, Elsa suggested. She held up the book her parents had read to her and Anna all those years earlier. Excellent, Anna agreed. She fluffed some pillows and she, Olaf and Sven got comfortable as Elsa began reading. Once upon a time. A little while later, Elsa reached her favorite part of the story. And then the brave queen slew the dragon, she read. Elsa stopped, hearing the sounds of heavy breathing around her. The rest of the slumber party had fallen asleep. Smiling, Elsa put down the book. She gently tucked in Anna, Olaf, and Sven and climbed into her bed. Then, with one last look at Anna and her friends, Elsa too drifted off to sleep. The end. Fun fact. Ice can be used for preservation. Ice has long been used as a method of preserving food and other perishable items. The cold temperature slows down bacterial growth and helps to maintain freshness. Were you paying close attention to the story? Try the fun quiz. Who did Elsa, Anna, and Olaf think was the hairy hooligan? The answer is Sven. What game was Olaf a natural at? The answer is pick up sticks. What snack was Elsa going to make for the sleepover? The answer is honeycombs. Fun fact: icebergs are made up of fresh water. While icebergs are massive chunks of ice floating in the ocean, they are made up of fresh water. This is because salt water freezes at a lower temperature than fresh water. It was a beautiful day in Arendelle. Queen Elsa was taking a break from her royal duties to spend time with her sister Anna. They were speeding from the castle on their bicycles. First one to the harbor wins, Anna yelled. Olaf the snowman ran to catch up. Wait for me, he said. Oh, a butterfly. Anna was almost to the harbor when a big wall of ice appeared in front of her. She swerved to avoid it as Elsa rode past laughing. No fair using your powers, Anna told her. Just then, Kristoff and Sven walked over. They looked upset. Sven and I were gathering ice high in the mountains when we saw something huge in the forest, Kristoff told the sisters. We tried to get a closer look, but the snow was blowing too hard. Elsa, can you control the snow so we can try to find it again? I suppose I can, Elsa responded. Do you have any idea what it was? No, said Kristoff. I thought I knew everything that lived in those mountains, but I guess there are still some surprises up there. A new creature? Sounds like an adventure, Anna said excitedly. Can I name it? Well, we have to find it first, Kristoff told her. The sisters hurried to the castle for supplies. On their way back to Kristoff and Sven, they ran into Olaf. Where did you go? The snowman asked. I was right behind you, and then there was this butterfly. He noticed that Anna was wearing her cloak. What did I miss? We're going monster hunting, Anna said. Oh, Olaf cried. Can I come? With Olaf in tow, the friends set off to find the monster. The higher they climbed, the colder it became. Before long, it began to snow hard. Olaf grabbed Elsa's hands and danced with her happily. Elsa laughed and spun the little snowman around. Elsa, we need a little help here, Anna said. Elsa stopped dancing and turned to see her sister, Kristoff, and Sven covered in snow. She quickly dug them out, and parted the storm to clear a path for the rest of their journey. Phew, that's better, Anna said, brushing herself off. Now if only we could find our mysterious friend that easily. Are we almost at the spot where you saw the monster, Kristoff? Elsa asked, after they had been walking for a very long time. Kristoff and Sven looked at each other. We don't remember, Kristoff admitted. Don't remember? The sisters cried in unison. Well, there was a lot of snow, Kristoff explained, and Sven took a wrong turn. Sven groaned and nodded in agreement. How are we going to find the monster? Anna asked. Suddenly a loud roar shook the mountain. Everyone stopped. Wow, Sven, you sound hungry, Olaf said. I don't think that was Sven's stomach, Olaf. I think it was the monster, Anna cried. Quick, follow that roar. The group heard another roar. This one came from the opposite direction. "Are there two of them?" Anna asked. Elsa listened. "I think the roar is echoing off the rocks," she said. "So how do we find the monster?" Kristoff asked. Elsa had an idea. She used her powers to form an icy staircase that rose high above the trees. Now they would be able to see the whole forest. As Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff reached the top of the stairs, there was another great roar. "Look," said Anna, "the trees over there moved." She pointed. "That must be where the monster is." "You mean that patch of trees right by the start of our staircase where Olaf and Sven are?" Kristoff asked. "Yep," Anna said. At that moment, the trees moved again. The staircase shook. Sven ran behind the nearest tree. Olaf was distracted. "Hello," he said to a passing bird. "Olaf, look out," Anna called, but it was too late. The mysterious monster crashed through the trees and stopped right in front of the little snowman. Olaf looked up. "It's Marshmallow," he cried. "Oh right, Marshmallow, the giant ice monster who tried to attack us," Kristoff said. "Shouldn't we be running away right about now?" Olaf gave Marshmallow a hug. "Marshmallow is my friend." "How's my little buddy?" he cooed. "Marshmallow doesn't look very scary anymore," Anna said, and she started down the stairs. The others followed. "I think Marshmallow is lonely," Anna said. Marshmallow nodded. "I'm sorry, Marshmallow," Elsa said. "I thought you would be happy in the mountains. I wish there was something we could do to help you." Sven and Kristoff looked at each other. They had an idea. A few days later, Marshmallow was helping Kristoff and Sven deliver ice. "Just look at how much more ice we've been able to bring down the mountain," Kristoff said. "Business is great." Elsa smiled, and Marshmallow seems happy too. Marshmallow nodded and rubbed Sven's and Kristoff's heads. He was glad to be part of the team. The end. Fun fact: German inventor Karl von Drais is credited with developing the first bicycle. His machine, known as the Swift Walker, hit the road in 1817. This early bicycle had no pedals, and its frame was a wooden beam. The device had two wooden wheels with iron rims and leather-covered tires. Were you paying close attention to the story? Try the fun quiz. What did Elsa make so they could see above the trees? The answer is an icy staircase. What does Olaf have as a nose? The answer is a carrot. What distracted Olaf on the way to the harbor? The answer is a butterfly. Fun fact: a butterfly's life cycle is made up of 4 parts: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Remember to like and subscribe for free to the Telltale channel and click the notification bell for more stories, quizzes, and fun facts. Check out the channel's playlist for more Telltale stories and fairy tales.